Sri Gurupyo Namah. Morning viewers. In this video we are going to see the upcoming Saturn Transit. Saturn moves from Capricorn to Aquarius on January 17th, evening around 6:02 pm. We will be seeing the predictions for each and every zodiac as a separate video. If you are new to my channel, keep it subscribed so that you get my updates instantly. The Saturn transit takes place on 17th of January, evening around 6:02 pm, where you are seeing the planetary portion. During the day, it is Visakha star, where moon is on Scorpio, and you could see the planetary position. Rahu is at Aries, Mars is at Taurus, Ketu is at Libra, Moon is at Scorpio, and Mercury is at Sagittarius. Sun and Venus conjuncted at Capricorn. Saturn being a ruler at Aquarius. Now, as a day, it enters into the Aquarius and becomes a ruler there. And Jupiter is a ruler at its own house, Pisces. This is the planetary position. Based on these planetary positions for the next 2.5 years, we will be seeing the predictions for each and every zodiac, how Saturn is going to behave, what are the good and positive things a person will get, and what would be the negative effects. First of all, one should understand the planetary position of the current position. It will have an impact up to 15 to 20% on a personal horoscope. The basis is only based on the original horoscope, which is derived on the Mahadasa and Antardasa from the existing planetary position on the birth date and time. So one need not have to worry about all these problems of Saturn. At the same time, during the 7.5 period of Saturn, as well as Saturn is at the 8th house, there may be some problems also. We call it as Ashtama Sani and we call it as Edara Sani. So all these two positions, the Saturn will give some negative impacts also. Depends upon the planetary positions during that particular time. The best remedy could be praying to Lord Ganesha daily, or every Saturday praying to Lord Hanuman will give you good relief from the Saturn's ill effects. So let us see which are all the zodiac getting good and bad effects based on the upcoming Saturn transit. For these three zodiac, the upcoming Saturn transit seems to be highly favorable. First, let us see for Aries. So far, Saturn was placed at the 10th house, is going to move to the 11th house, which indicates profit. So the position of Saturn, which takes its highest power like Mula Trikona at Aquarius, which is being the 11th house for Aries, this Saturn transit seems to be really favorable for them. So they can expect good returns. They can expect good returns through investments. There will be good rise in the salary. Those who have worked in a company for, they can expect some good incentives, increments during this upcoming Saturn transit. Also, those who are doing business can grow their business well and get some good business inflow, and there will be good inflow of money. So for Aries, we can say this is a good positivity. Next comes Sagittarius. So far, Sagittarius was under the control of Saturn for 7.5 years. On the January 17th, when Saturn moves away from the 2nd house to the 3rd house, the zodiac Sagittarius gets rid of the 7.5 period of Saturn completely. So that is a great time for them, because for the past 7.5 years they had struggled a lot. So this movement of Saturn, it will give some good benefits. It will start yielding good benefits for Sagittarius. Also, Saturn at 3rd house will do some positivity, as whenever the planets are associated with 3rd and 11th house will definitely give some positive results. The 3rd zodiac is Virgo. For Virgo, so far Saturn was placed in the 5th house. Now moving to the 6th house seems to be really good. So when 6th house, a planet like Saturn is associated, they can get good returns through business. Those who had invested money they can yield some good positive results during this particular time. Those who borrowed through loans, this particular time it will give them benefits of repaying back the loan. Similarly, those who have lended money to others, this particular period they can get back the money So it's a good time for them also. They can win out of their enemies. In business, they can win out of the competitors' shares. All the positive things can happen. So for the upcoming Saturn transit, for all these three zodiac, the positivity could be more than 80%. Now for the zodiac Taurus. So far, Saturn was placed in the 9th house, and which moves to the 10th house. 10th house indicates job, workplace. So we can expect good job opportunities for those who are unemployed so far. This time seems to be really favorable for them. Those who are already working in a company can find this period suitable for promotions as well as increments. Some may get foreign opportunities. They travel different places. So a lot of positive things can happen for Taurus. Also, Saturn is responsible for the 9th and 10th houses. So we can say some of them may start their own business with the father or elder brother's side. This could be really good fortune for doing business also. Now for Scorpio, as Saturn moves to the 4th house, and we call it as Kendra. Whenever in Kendra a planet like Saturn is associated, it could yield some positive results. So for Scorpio, this Saturn transit seems to be really favorable. They can increase their asset purchases. Some of them can buy their own house, buy their own flats. They can buy their land, or they can invest money in share market and find some good profits. So it looks really positive for them. And some of them, if the mother's health is not well, they can get complete recovery from their health related problems. So this seems to be favorable for Scorpio. In terms of Gemini, so far Saturn was placed at the 8th house, so it could have given a lot of troubles for them. As Saturn moves away from 8th house to 9th house, seems to be really good time for Gemini, because the ill effects of the 8th house is getting relieved as Saturn moves away to the 9th house. For all these three zodiac, this Saturn transit we can expect 70% and above positivity. Now for these three zodiac, if you see for Capricorn, as Saturn moves away from Capricorn itself is a good relief for those who are in this particular zodiac. So far they might have faced lot of troubles, they might have faced lot of health related issues, many negative effects, some might have lost their job. All these problems might have faced for the last 2.5 years. As Saturn moves away to the 2nd house, it looks really favorable for them, as at the 2nd house Lord itself is going to be a ruler. It looks like they can build their money back. Whatever they have lost so far, they can regain back. So it's a good time for building the revenue. Some of them can construct their own house. Some of them can communicate well to others. Those who are in the field of communication business, they can improve their skills. And those who are not married yet, it's a good time for them to settle down in their life. So positivity can happen in the upcoming Saturn transit. Now when you consider Libra, so far Saturn is placed good, but to an extent it is favorable as it moves to the 5th house, and Saturn will not do bad effects for those ascendant and zodiac of Venus as well as for Mercury. So Saturn being placed at the 5th house at Trikona is not good, but at the same time for Libra, to an extent it gives positivity. And for Leo, so far Saturn was placed from 6th house, it moves to the 7th house, itself is really good, but at the same time as it aspects the Leo, some may find troubles in the married life. Who are looking for marriage alliances, there may be some troubles, there may be hurdles, so some negativity is also there. So for these three zodiac, we can say a positivity from 50 to 70%. In the upcoming Saturn transit, we could see these three zodiac getting badly affected. As Saturn moves from Capricorn to Aquarius, so those who are in this zodiacs and Aquarius, they are in the mid of the 7.5 period of Saturn, so they face lot of troubles in the next 2.5 years. So they may face some health related issues, some troubles, some hurdles in their life. Those who are looking for marriage, things may not happen in time, so a lot of negative things can happen. But one should remember that Saturn owns the houses of Capricorn and Aquarius, will not do much harm to the own houses. As you can see, a teacher can punish any student but at the same time, the teacher will not give the similar punishment to his own child in case if the same child is studying under him. So the teacher may show some mercy to his own child. So like the same way Saturn will not do much harm to the zodiac Capricorn as well as Aquarius. So they need not have to worry a lot. Now for Pisces, as when Saturn moves to the 12th house of Pisces, it starts the sound of period of Pisces now. So now the zodiac, those who are in this particular zodiac, they may face lot of expenses. So as they are entering to the sound of period of Saturn, so the next sound of years time seems to be really tough time for Pisces. So it is not so encouraging for them. And the another zodiac is Cancer. For Cancer, as Saturn moves from 7th house to the 8th house, so which is not favorable. So far, they might have faced some troubles in the family life. There may be conflict between husband and wife, life partners. Now, all these conflicts might come to an end. Even for those who are unmarried, there are chances they get married. All these positive things can happen. But at the same time, when Saturn moves to the 8th house, it may give some health related problems, some hurdles, some troubles in the family life. So for these three zodiac, the positivity could be less than 50%. Now let us see for each and every zodiac sign, based on the position of Jupiter and the upcoming Saturn transit and also the placement of Rahu and Ketu, what would be the predictions, what are the positive things and negative things, which we can see in detail. Gemini, the third zodiac sign as per the Kalapurusha Tattva. For Gemini, this Saturn transit seems to be really favorable for them because some of them might be expecting the Saturn transit. So far, Saturn is placed in the 8th house, which could have given a lot of troubles to them. Saturn moving from 8th house to 9th house itself is a good relief for them. So the time seems to be really good and favorable for Gemini. They might have faced a lot of troubles for the past 2.5 years to 3 years time. Some of them might have lost their job, some of them might have lost their family members. There would have been some conflict between the life partners, the children. So all such negative effects, negative impacts might slowly get reduced. So the upcoming Saturn transit gives some positivity for the zodiac Gemini. So it's a good relief for them first of all. So now from 9th house it start giving them a good path for the future. So all the troubles they have faced for the past 2.5 years, some Saturn is going to give them some benefits also. Some of them may get good support from the father side family, some of them get some unexpected luck. So some of them may get some revenue from the father's side. They could get some assets from their father's side. So this all positivity could take place. Some may believe in the spiritual followings and they start following certain belief. So whatever their ancestors been doing so far, now they show interest in that and they start following some religious practices also. Saturn aspecting the 11th house of Gemini seems to be good because it will give them some type of positivity. So they can expect some good revenue either in business or in the workplace. All positivity could take place. Also, as Jupiter is also aspecting and associating with the 11th house, so time seems to be really good for the next 1 year. When Saturn aspecting the 11th house, there will be good support from their elder brothers and elder sisters. Also Saturn aspecting the 3rd house along with Jupiter. So I could say there's a good support generally from brothers and sisters. Irrespective of elder or younger, it is a good support from their brothers, cousins, sisters and all. So it seems to be really good. As 11th house also indicates unexpected luck, profit, and there's a profit through business. Some of them may invest in shares and can get good returns from the share market, especially for doctors. So those who are doing their own practices, so they get some good business growth in this particular period. Some of them may enter into hospitals, they get good fortunes, they get senior postings. So positive things can happen. Those who are doing service in military, navy, army forces, this period some of them may get some promotions, good chances of scaling up in the professions. It looks will be really positive for them. So all positive things can take place, and there are also scope for those who are divorced, those who are widowers. There are chances for a remarriage options in the in the upcoming Saturn transit. So we look things are very positive for them. Children may go abroad for studies. Those who are aspiring for foreign opportunities, a good time for them to go to foreign countries for business or for job, and they can earn good money during this particular period. Now Saturn aspecting the third house, so a negative planet aspecting the negative house takes it very positive. So their hard work can give them very good positive results. So far they might have invested a lot of work in the company, in their business. Now it's a time to reap their benefits. So their hard work turns to be profit during this particular Saturn transit. Also Jupiter aspecting the third house seems a very good fortune for them. Those who are in the communication field, there is a good chance for them to scale up in their level. Those who are writers, artists in film industries, those who are writing stories, who are singers, they find very good fortunes during this upcoming Saturn transit. There may be short journeys for them. They may travel different places. So positive things can happen. Now Saturn aspecting the sixth house again seems to be really positive for them. Those who are doing business, they get their competitors' shares. Investments and shares, working in social media, all give them a good amount of profit. Those who are unmarried for very long, this particular period, there's a good time for them to get remarried. So there's a good chance for them to find a suitable alliance and settle down in their life. There are chances to buy assets. Some of them may purchase house, some of them may purchase their own flats, two-wheelers, four-wheelers and all. So things turns to be very positive for Gemini. So in the upcoming Saturn transit, for Gemini, we can expect from 75 to 80% positivity.